Hello and welcome to Whisky Resource. My name is Mark and this is Whisky Review number 17. So this one's going to be quite a short one. I'm going to be moving up from a 10-year-old that I've been reviewing recently to a 12-year-old temporarily. I'll be dropping back down to 10 maybe, mixing up a bit. But today I'm going to be reviewing what has been the distillery of the month for February on the website, Deanston. So Deanston 12-year-old. So I'm going to finish the first month that Whisky Resource has been going with what I chose as the distillery of the month, Deanston. Now, I've never had a Deanston before. I purely chose them because it was a distillery that intrigued me. They had a nice little history going on there, which you can read about if you go to the website. I've got a page. If you go up to the menu, the top of the page, there's a little drop down there for distilleries. Just click on it. It'll take you to an option to choose your distillery, which is Deanston. So I'm going to be updating the website, and Deanston's going to be replaced with something else as a distillery of the month, just to highlight what they do. So Deanston, they only have two products in their core range. They have the Virgin Oak, and they have this, the 12-year-old, and then they have a range of limited releases, which include non-age statement and age statement whiskies. So what we have here is Deanston 12-year-old. It's a non-chill filtered, natural colour whiskey. It has an average retail price online of £37.92. So, and bottled at an ABV of 46.3. So it hits all the magic stats that mean that when you look at the value score, it gets the highest score so far of the whiskies I've reviewed of 97.14. And 97 is a value score, which means that this should potentially taste awesome. I don't know, never had it before, don't know what I'm dealing with. So we'll get straight into it. Deanston 12-year-old. So I picked up this miniature at a little shop in Tynemouth called Wine Chambers. Wine Chambers do wine, but they also have quite an amazing range of whiskies. I'm going to start talking about where I get whiskies from, simply because it's going to help overall kind of bit of clarity and openness. Okay, I want that. So I've only put a little bit in on the nose. What is that? Well, I'm getting malt. It's a sweet, honeyed nose, a little bit spicy, but there's this note I'm picking up on the nose. I can't quite describe. It's almost like, it sounds wrong, a wet cardboard. It isn't wet cardboard, but that's the closest I can get to what it smells like. It's a sweet note, what I'm trying to describe. Just 2 seconds here, because this is frustrating me. Okay. I've just had a quick look at the Deanston website there, and it describes what I think I'm getting. I can't put in words. Is the fresh haze of summer. So hay, which isn't damn cardboard, but that's the closest my mind could actually describe it. But it's honey. It's honey and it's malt and it's got fruit and it's got that hay. It's a pleasant nose. I wouldn't say it's jumping straight out at me, but it's a pleasant nose. Okay, I'm going to use a word that I promised I was never going to use when describing whiskey, because it doesn't really mean anything, but I think I've just had it there. And the only other time I've experienced it is with Glenfarclas 105. It's a syrup. It's like a syrupy, oily mouthfeel. I said it, mouthfeel. It gives you a really nice mouthfeel. It hits your tongue. It's a glorious syrup, sweet and honeyed, and just it coats your tongue. It's warming. It's tangy. It's peppered. A bit spicy. There's no real description I can put my note on as to what the sweetness is. It's not really a fruit. It's a little bit vanilla, but that's glorious. I'm going to pour a bit more in, because I'm going to add water. So I'm probably a third of the way into the bottle now. I'm going to put some water in this to see how it reacts. Now I did say this was going to be a short video, but we're now approaching 7 minutes. So that's about a tablespoon, or a teaspoon even. Bit more of that hay, if that's what that note is, hay. It's releasing a bit more spice. The alcohol isn't too bad. Now it's had that water in it. It's got decent legs. It's really spicy on the end. It's reminiscent of Talisker for the spiciness on the finish. It's honeyed, it's sweet, a little bit of vanilla, it's tangy. Not in a kind of lemony tangy, just it's a description for the spicy syrupiness of it. I'm gonna have to buy a bottle of that. That's a nice whiskey. That is a nice whiskey. And there's this other note I'm getting on the flavour, which is actually very similar to the note I'm getting, but I can't describe it. It's like, it is like a malt. Oh, I'll have to get a bottle and let it age a bit and oxidise and just see what I get from that, because that is a glorious whiskey. Okay, so got a value score of 97. I think this is going to have to be the first whiskey that I'm going to give a 90 as an overall score. It's, I'm going to come back to it because I've still got a fair bit in this miniature. So I'll have to leave that for a couple of weeks, come back to it, and I'll update the notes on the website. But right now I'll have to score Deanston 12-year-old 90 with my Lafroy pen. Laters.